What's up, YouTube? What's up, big fella? You want to find out who really rock with you? You want to find out who really care for you? You want to find out who really love you? And you really want to find out who rolling with you? Who got your back like spinal cords and car seats? You really want to find that out? You sure? Because all you got to do is get lean. I'm telling you, you getting lean is going to change everything and everybody around you. Not even change, but more so expose. So I come to realize that whenever you take the initiative to get lean, whenever you take the initiative to keep promises to yourself, I can't get up at 5 in the morning, but you end up getting up at 5 in the morning. It compounds and it compounds and it compounds. And before you know it, you looking at everything around you different. You looking at people around you different. But that part of your character that you develop exposes so much around you is crazy. That's when you're gonna find out who really rock with you. That's when you're gonna find out what people really feel and think about you. Not that you should give a fuck what they think, because when you own this journey, you don't give a fuck what they think. You don't give a fuck what they say, because as you dive and delve deeper and deeper into it, you get this sense of, I know who I am now. You get the sense of, damn, I know who I'm meant to be. I'm walking in this light. I seen something today that this guy said, you have to walk like you already at the end state. And that's something that, Luther talk about. That's something that, I've started to realize. It's like, okay, well, if I walk around like I'm 10% body fat, that means this is how I'm going to think, right? I'm going to think like, yeah, excuse my clean, man, I got to get cleaned up tomorrow, man. But I ain't going to stop my shine just because I ain't groomed right now. Don't worry. I look like a different person tomorrow. That's just for y'all. But, you're going to walk around thinking just so much different. I tell myself every day that I wake up after I pray and stuff, what would 10% body fat, 185-pound, successful this, successful that, father, brother, son, what would this man do? How would he handle this situation? What are you going to let shake you today? If you let anything shake you at all. You got videos to post today. You got work to do today. You have a workout to crush. Well, tomorrow's my rest day, but I'm going to be active and walk to the gym and walk on that treadmill for about 30, 45 minutes and walk my ass back, right? Because you do have to recover, but you still can actively recover. But these are things that I now think about because I'm envisioning myself at 10% body fat. And I'm not too far off. I'm like 13 right now. I'm not too far off, right? So it's easy for people and, your so-called friends to be that because of what you are currently, right? So they can meet you and y'all can grow up. You can be Big Sean, Big Nate, Big whatever. But when Big Nate has to make jokes about himself so that he feel less bad about it when somebody else do it. When Big Eric, he hungry as hell. But if he eat 8 cheeseburgers when everybody else done ate 2, he got to get prepared for the jokes. Big Sean got to wear hoodies in the heat because he don't want nobody to see his body. You know what I mean? Or what, those vests, when you got to wear a vest under a long sleeve dress shirt because, oh no, it goes with the outfit. Now you was just trying to cover your titties and your stomach and your side fat and your back fat. That's the truth. Let's be real, right? I used to think that way because I was like, dang, I'm already a big guy. Last thing I want to do is just continue to have people stare and look. But the thing that you got to realize is that when you invisible, you're thinking about other people more than they're thinking about you. A lot of people, you so invisible because you look like everybody else. They're not taking the time to be like, oh, I wonder what this fat motherfucker had today for dinner. Nobody ain't thinking about you. You thinking more about what they thinking than they thinking about you. And it's all because you're invisible. It's you straight up invisible, man. I can walk into City Square Poznan right now, see like out of 150 people, I'll probably see 130 fat motherfuckers, right? And 10 of them I know them because we all go to the same gym together. It's a crazy feeling. Like I was walking from one of the restaurants with my boy Henry Thomas and Matt Nunez. We was walking back, And then dude that I go to the gym with, I don't go with him. I just see him in there. He'll come up here, dap me up and shit. He was out there in front of the one of the little strip club security. Came up, gave me dap hug, man. Like, yo, man, come on in and don't worry about a thing. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And he would treat everybody else like, no, you can't come in. Like, he was a dick to them. But he wasn't a dick to Henry because Henry swole too. He see us both in there. He just don't talk to Henry. He said, Henry looks mean. But I'm like, dude, this is one of the nicest guys you ever meet, right? But that connection that we had, because we both go in there and put in the work to look how we look and maintain what we maintain, right? And you get these new people around you that you don't necessarily have to lift weights with them. You ain't necessarily got to, go over a meal plan with them, but because they see you putting in the work, those are the people you're going to gravitate to the most. You actually going to separate yourself from the people who still eating goofy shit. You're going to separate yourself from the people that say, oh, man, you could live a little. You're going to start to separate yourself from people, oh, man, you obsessed. You doing the most. Yeah, I am obsessed. I am doing the most. Like, that character that you developed is really not a character, and it's not development. You simply exposed who you really are, and all you had to do was to get the laziness off you. You had to get that fat off you and from around you. You had to get the excuses off of you. You had to get that procrastination off of you, because now that you putting yourself first, you keeping those big promises to yourself. Like today, I did not want to get up and go to the gym at all, but I was like, that ain't gonna feel right if I don't. But I don't even give my mind time to fucking make me comfortable. I just get up and start moving. Because once I start moving, ain't no sense in stopping. I'm gonna walk my ass to the gym and do what I gotta do. And I'm telling you, as you continue to go, your mind is going to continue to play tricks on you. That's why you have to be stronger than that. And I tell people there's nothing stronger than a made up mind. It's not. But when you got the discipline, when you have the identity now to get up and be like, yeah, I ain't listening to my brain. I'm about to go to war. I got to go do what I got to do, right? I went to this place today called Bid'em, and I was looking at their clothes, and I was like, dang, man, I'm going to buy some more. And I just remember a time, it dawned on me as I was getting these clothes. I got like 4 shirts, 4 pants for like $120. But I would have went in the Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, and spent that on one fucking shirt. My identity shifted so much that I now look at myself as the outfit. I don't need the name brand no more. Whatever I got on, I'm gonna look good in it, because it's not that whole skinny fat shit. It's not that whole looking like a smaller bag of milk shit. No, it's the aesthetic shit. No, you got a nice form chest. You got the lats, small waist, wide shoulders. Like, you will appreciate it when those people around you pull away so you can keep focusing on what you got to focus on to feel the feeling that I feel every day. And that's a feeling of like, damn, I did something. It's pride, It's more than pride. It's more than ego. It's a sense of I've arrived. Like I'm stepping in who the fuck I'm supposed to be. I'm okay with not taking shit. I'm okay with giving my opinion. And if you don't like it, okay, cool. We can agree to disagree. The old me would have tried to find that common ground just to make both sides happy. Fuck your side. I don't want to make your side happy. I want to win now, and I'm gonna win now. 1, you're not smarter than me. 2, I just want to beat you. That's the competitor in me. And now that I've gotten to a point to where I'll go outside and walk to the store in a fucking tank top, can't tell me shit, because I revealed this identity. I finally let myself see and reap the benefits of all the hard work that I put in. And big fella, I know you listening. You got to do the same thing. You can't keep running from the shit. Oh, well, like you said, people around me going to change up. Yeah, fuck them people. Because if they change up because you better in yourself, you're letting go of additional dead weight that you don't need. Not just the fat around your neck, not just the fat around your face, not the fat around your stomach or your back, the fat of your life. And those people are going to be it. They're going to fall off you when they say, oh, man, come on, Sean, let's go have something to drink. I don't even drink. Well, let's go have a pizza. I don't want to eat pizza. Well, damn, what do you do? Well, I'm about to be journaling. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to talk to my kids. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Man, that's some boring ass shit. You know what? I understand, bro. And then that's when you already going to know that you got to start separating yourself, because it's going to be those same people in a couple months that's going to come up to you and say, hey, man, I want to drop by 10, 15 pounds for the summer, man. How am I going to get there? But before they get to that point, they're talking about you behind your back. Man, this motherfucker done changed since he done dropped a little bit of weight. And that's the thing. I absolutely love when I hear those fucking smart comments. Oh man, he think he a little arrogant now since he dropped a little weight. First off, my guy, it wasn't a little weight. That was a fucking transformation. That was 100+ pounds. Two, I'm no longer gonna let anybody else, not even me, downplay what I did. Because body dysmorphia is fucking real, guys. As you go through this journey, in the beginning, you're gonna be happy with the little progress that you make. But when you get to where I'm at, every little thing gonna look off. Like, damn, man, why this ain't tighten up as fast as this? Why this ain't doing that? Why this? Bruh, stop, take a breather, and realize how far you've come. Because half the people that's gonna watch this, half the people that's even thinking about a transformation, they won't make it to the halfway mark. Simply do input, they ain't got it. They ain't got it. They're gonna start, they're gonna stop. Oh, these 15 pounds good. Their identity ain't shifted. They got to a goal and they're gonna go back to who they were and they're gonna put that weight right back on. And then they're gonna yo-yo for a couple years. Guys, I yo-yo for years because I didn't have structure. I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I knew everything. Then I got comfortable and the wheels fucking fell off. Looking at a video, and it was so shameful, guys. I took a video last June 1st of 2025, and I had just got done looking at this whole 75 hard shit. That was the only thing on my algorithm was 75 hard. And I was like, man, I'm gonna do this shit. I committed to it. I said, you know what, this time I'm gonna commit to it. I'm gonna take this video, as disgusting as I look, I don't give a fuck. Man, when I look at that video, I actually look at that video 2 to 3 times a week because it's a reminder that you have to have some kind of empathy for yourself, because you have to appreciate how far you've come, and it's only because of what's inside. If you ever hear people like me, oh, when I was a fat motherfucker, oh, when I was a fat this or a fat that, it's not a fact that it's not an issue that I hated who I was, that fat version of me. I hated that identity. I didn't hate me. I just hated that identity. I identified as someone that was lazy. I identified as someone that procrastinated. I identified as somebody who couldn't keep promises. I identified as somebody who wasn't disciplined. I identified as somebody who couldn't have accountability of his own shit, right? That's the motherfucker who I'm talking about. That's what that fat fucker represents. He represents somebody who would go through great lengths to get what he wanted, but wouldn't take care of himself. You know, so if you ever hear anybody who used to be that big talk negatively about themselves when they were in that state, they don't hate themselves. They hated that version of themselves. I absolutely despise that version of myself, because the things that I'm going through in my life right now is because of that version of myself with no accountability, no nothing, right? So when you get to a point to where you're proud of what you've become and who you've become now, it's almost like, what the fuck was I thinking? What was I thinking? And I go back and look at some of those pictures. When I'm doing these thumbnails and I'm searching through to get these older pictures of me, that was when I was bigger. I still feel those same feelings on when I took those pictures. I can look and be like, damn, it was a hot day that day. And I felt bad because, I had to, and guys, this is a true story. In my own fucking house, I would put a towel over my shower door because everything was clear, just so if anybody walked in and out, i.e. my lady, she ain't have to see me like that. Most men go to bed, if you in shape, you ain't sleeping with no shirt on, none of that. I always slept with a shirt on. In fact, I would take the towel, have my clothes right there on the little ledge or whatever, dry up, hurry and put on my stuff. So if she walked in or anybody walked in, I was already fully dressed. That's how disgusted I was with my body, man. Seriously. But the only thing I kept doing was working hard to not think about it, making money to appease it, and eating to relieve it. And calling myself, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna do that. Hey, when you got money, you eating good. Bro, that is the worst fucking excuse. And that's what you hear. Where I come from, where I grew up, that's what you hear. When somebody see that you done gained some weight and you look good, or not look good, but they see that you gained some weight, oh man, you eating good. That's low key saying, damn, you got fat. But at the same time, it's like when you eating good, you get money. You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. And everybody don't have that luxury. You know what I mean? So gluttony had to be one of the hardest things that I've had to master, because like everybody said, you got to eat every day and you ain't got that level of control. But the people around me was cool with who I was, you know. But nobody ever said, man, bro, you need to lose a couple pounds. I would just be like, man, I'm about to lose a couple pounds. I got to get right. I got to get right. And then a time or two, they'll see whenever we go out to eat or hang out as fellas or some shit, you know, let me get this Caesar salad, no dressing, you know. They're like, oh, man, you actually doing the shit right. And then, yeah, I am. I'm taking it serious. And you always got that one friend, oh, we going to see how long this is going to last. This nigga done tried this 6-7 times. And if they don't fucking say it, they thinking it. I promise you, because they've seen you do it. You know, it'll be this round of golf, yeah, we eating at this restaurant, we eating at the clubhouse, and it's a salad. It's some grilled chicken, it's some grilled salmon, and a little bit of rice and some veggies. But 4, 5, 6 rounds later, you know, a couple of weeks, months later, you back to eating the goofy shit. Back to eating a half a pizza, a whole bunch of fries, burgers, milkshakes, and stupid shit. You know what I mean? After a round of golf, God forbid that I was walking the course back then. I wouldn't have made it. Never was hydrating correctly. Y'all, bro, I would have walked 4 holes and be like, no, we about to go back to the clubhouse and get a damn cart. But now I can proudly walk 18 holes, going uphill, downhill, and I still play decent golf. Yeah, your body gonna get tired, but when you in shape, you good to go. You ain't got shit to worry about. The only thing that's gonna fuck me up now is this heat, because I don't like loading up with too much water. But I'm gonna put that propel in there and I'm gonna keep that shit moving. Believe that. But you see who's for you whenever you start leaning out. Straight up. Because now I was told, and this is something I was told, man, you seem arrogant ever since you lost that little weight. Little weight. My dude, it wasn't a little weight. And I'm not arrogant. I'm just more confident in my abilities. My confidence shouldn't trigger your insecurity. And that's what it does. What you've completed when you get on the other side, and I'm on the other side, but I'm still striving. When you get on this side, you ain't gonna want to stop. That's why I don't do before and after pictures. I don't. I do before and current, because this is a lifelong thing for me now. This ain't no after means it's done. This ain't done for me. This is just where I'm at currently. And then when I take another before and current, you're like, damn, okay, I see what happened here. You did this and now you elevated to that. Guys, that's what you should strive for. The word until. Man, man, that's the question I get all the time. Man, damn, Sean, how long did you want it to take? How long, what was your timeline? I said until. Until what? Until I fucking got it. Delayed gratification. The journey is the journey itself, right? That's the whole purpose of it. It's the journey itself. It took me a couple months to realize it, but that's what it is. Don't get me wrong. By my birthday, I want to look a certain way, but the way I'm going, I am. But I didn't set that as a hard date. I just know that the pace I'm going, I know how I'm gonna look around that time. But guess what? Until I get what I want, until I feel optimal, right? You just gotta keep going. And these people that surround you, the ones that stick with you, the ones that encourage you, the ones that say the positive things, those are the ones you want to keep in your corner. My homeboy Brandon Newey, bruh, that's my guy. That's my man, 100 grand. You know, them light-skinned niggas, they stick together, but he's still my boy. That's still like a brother from another mother to me. Last time I saw him, it was the time before last, we had played golf together, and we always play golf. We talk about our problems, just whatever, we brothers, man. So when I played golf with him last year before I left, I was big. I was a big boy. It's still 300, right? Still 300 plus. But then when he saw me in April, he was like, bro, what the hell? And he always was in my corner, bro. You could do whatever you set your mind to. But I talked to him, but I ain't never tell him what I was doing. Like I ain't talk about the health journey. I didn't want to talk about it to nobody. I just wanted to lock in, shut the fuck up, and execute the mission. Because when you don't tell nobody about your shit, they can't pray evil against you. I don't want to say everybody do that, but if you got goals that you're trying to achieve or you got plans, you got to shut the fuck up until they come to fruition. You ain't got to tell nobody you on the weight loss journey. They gonna let them see it. Let them see how your habits change, right? And then my boy Brandon, you know, damn, bro, like you did it. You're doing a great job. And then it's like, not only did we play a good round of golf at it used to be called Plantation, now it's called like Farmers Branch or some shit down in Frisco, Texas. Y'all go check that course out if you play. You know, he knew my plan. He knew that I wasn't gonna stop. He's like, next time I see you, what, 185? I was like, how you guess that? He was like, bro, you went from looking like a damn lineman to a fucking wide receiver. I was like, yeah, damn, I can see that. So he already knew the plan because he's athletic too. He knows what I'm trying to do, and he didn't have to say shit because we were here. You know, I was like, all right, bet. So he was like, I can tell right now you around like 210, 215. I was like, I'm 212. He was like, yeah, bro, you're going to look completely different at 185. I was like, we'll see. And he ain't lying. But he was supporting me. He didn't fall off, is what I'm saying. He didn't fall off. I ain't tell nobody what I want to do. I just fucking execute it, right? But the people that notices it, they're going to cheer you on at first. When you say, you know what, I'm taking this weight loss shit serious. They're going to cheer you on at first because they're not going to see the changes. But as soon as they see that face get slim, as soon as they start seeing that fat peel off, and you know you got cuts in your arms, you know your delts are popping out, you know you lifting your shirt up even more because you wanna look at your abs. Ain't no fucking mirror safe around me. I'm being dead honest. Ain't no fucking mirror safe. I'm lifting my fucking shirt up. I'm like, damn, I ain't never met y'all before, but y'all here now. Y'all here to stay. You know what I mean? You know, no mirror ain't gonna be safe when you do that. And the thing that you're gonna do when you get lean and you get on this side of the body game, you're gonna look at what all these motherfuckers around you eating. You ain't gonna say shit. You're just gonna keep looking at it. You're gonna look at it and then like, what you want, sir? Case in prime fucking point. I was in Alaska and all the frat brothers, you know, we had a grand session. All the frat brothers, we stayed at the hotel. Man, they eating the burgers, the fries, all that goofy shit. I'm the only one ordering 7, 8, 9 chicken breasts grilled. And that's all I would eat because they had no other real good options. I was like, hey, y'all got potatoes. Y'all air fry them, y'all bake them. No, we drop them in grease. Well, can you bake them? Can you air fry them? Like, no, we can't do that. I was like, you know what, just give me the chicken breast. And I would literally get clowned. Not everybody, but everybody, pretty much everybody would clown me. And it's all out of love, of course, because, you know, they the bros. But big bro Kevin Hubbard, Kevin Darnell Hubbard, you know, Grand Senior Warden, you know, he made it a point to subtly have my back. Even though he always joke about it too, that's still my guy. He said, it was like, damn, man, why this nigga eating like 8, 9 chicken breasts? And he was like, Sean used to be real, real big. And it's like, dang, he got to eat like that to get to where he at now? And guys, I wasn't even in my final form, nowhere close. I look way better than what I used to, but I'm not where I wanted. I wasn't where I wanted to be. The suit fit nice. Everything was great. But my most proudest moment of that entire trip wasn't, you know, those festivities. It was the level of discipline that I maintained doing that shit. Eating the breakfast. I wanted pancakes and waffles and all the other shit, but I was like, nah, let me get that oatmeal, 200 grams of blueberries, steak and eggs. That would last me all day to dinner until I got those 8, 9 chicken breasts because they had no other real options. But the people that was making jokes did not look good. And they bros, I ain't mentioning no name, but you know, they did not look good. BCB, busted can of biscuits. And you could tell when the brother ain't went to a tailor in a while, I'm like, damn, you know, that suit kind of tight around that midsection. But I don't judge because I used to be that too. I just made a different decision than everybody. But once I started to get lean, the joke came. Man, what kind of crack diet you on? I don't know, a crack diet gave me fucking obliques in the 6-pack, bro. Watch your fucking mouth. Oh, man, why you got to get so serious? Nah, I don't take that. That's not a funny joke to me. Oh, okay, man, my bad. And they changed the whole fucking tune. But if they felt that they could still do, oh, it's just jokes. They felt that they could still do that because the old you would have dealt with it. The old you would have been cool with it. Not the new you. Not the you that you were supposed to be. Because you're not taking that shit no more. You just not. You protecting your peace. You protecting your space. And you're growing every fucking day. Guys, I still ain't got it all together. I swear. It's like sometimes I still get charged up about shit when I'm supposed to be letting stuff go. I'm doing my best to not sweat the small shit. And I'm getting there. You know, I'm getting better at letting people be who they are. You know, the let them theory. That's a great book. You know, letting people be who the fuck they gonna be, man. Because the only thing you can control is you. You control what you cook. You control what you eat. Ain't no excuses, right? I'm not going to make excuses for the people that's going to fall out of your life because you made the conscious decision to get better, to take care of yourself. You triggering date insecurity with your confidence, that's not a you problem. That's a them problem. So don't let, this is my slogan. This has been my slogan for the last year. Don't make your problem my problem. You can't. I'm not accepting it no more. That's a burden you got to bear. Might help you, might not. But that's your problem and don't make it mine. So I want to leave y'all with this for the day. I don't want to call it character development. I just call it spiritual growth, right? Because whenever you do get lean, whenever you do get in that final form of having the best body that God intended for you to have, you're going to see your life in a whole different manner. I'm telling you, guys, your life will change. And some stuff that I've never noticed before, I'm noticing it now. And like I said, I truly thank God for the level of maturity he gave me now to be able to handle the shit that I go through when I see certain things, or I witness certain things, or I hear certain things, or somebody come and say something to me. I got a level of maturity now to where a lot of that shit don't matter no more. It's like I'm focused on what I need to do, and I'm going to get it. Hands down. Just gonna go get it. But don't take it personal. None of it. Don't take none of that shit personal when people fall off your life because you dropping the weight, you dropping the fat. Maybe you might inspire them. Maybe you might not. But if there's there for a season, let that season pass. And you keep elevating. You keep hitting that gym. Everything gonna come to you. Just be patient. Delayed gratification. The journey, the purpose of the journey is the journey. You just gotta take it. And you gotta stay solid. You gotta stay disciplined. You gotta be accountable. And most importantly, learn the lessons you're supposed to learn. It's not about the muscles. It's not about the six pack. It's about who you become. That's the muscles and the six pack and the slender body. That's a receipt of where your mind at now. I love walking into a room and motherfuckers gotta tighten up. I love being the best looking motherfucker in that room. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like, I can clearly see if I was to walk into the board of directors room or the executive suite or whatnot, I'm probably gonna be the leanest, most in shape, good looking black man there. If not, probably the only one. But I'm gonna be the best in shape and I'm gonna be the best looking. And what comes with that? Y'all know what comes with that. Hate, and hate come from below. You just keep riding high and don't play them fucking away games.